Alright, so we defeated Marguerite Baker. And we got the D-Series arm. But now we need to go deal with Lucas, because Lucas...
Don't be late now.
Let me talk to Mia.
No! You gotta show up first! You haven't forgotten where the party is, have you? You can get in from the courtyard. So come on, man! Everybody's waiting for you!
That's still creepy. I'm 1 coin short from being able to get the health upgrade. That's creepy.
Ethan. Ethan. Hold on. I got something for you. Looky what I've got. You know what this is for? You know what Zoe wants to do with this? She thinks this thing is special. No, Ethan. That ain't special. This right here is special. You see, Ethan, not everybody wants to turn back the clock. What? Oh, Evelyn, I'm just trying to show him. Not everybody wants to go back to how things were. There's a stupid bitch. She doesn't understand that I don't want to go back to how things were before my father found y'all. Not everybody wants to turn back the clock. So Ethan, you can crawl around underneath that filthy, rotten house all you want looking for them ingredients, but you ain't gonna find a goddamn thing, Ethan. You'll need that serum? Ooh, baby. You're gonna have to come through me. You hear? Now, come on, Ethan. What do you say?
If I could pop a cap in your head, I would.
Fuck!
Woo! You have got a good eye. Careful now. They fight back.
Oh, there's the repair kit for the broken shotgun.
And that is not what I put those things there for.
Oh, I almost forgot about that one. What's down here? Oh, Magnum ammo. Everything against crates.
Guess I'm gonna have to step up my game.
Hmm.
I know. Fucking password, right? Why don't you try 0814? No! 0621. No, it's 0514. Oh, come on. Take a chance. You never know.
Why? What did you do? What did you do, Protag?
Top, tick, top, tick, top, top.
I guess it's all up to interpretation, really. I mean, the tsunami hitting a country isn't good. I don't know, one of these fucking boxes explodes. I think it's... No? It's that one! As I hurt myself because I'm in proximity of it. Not wasting my good med on that. Shotgun shells. Nah. I mean... What is the point of opening this if there's nothing in here? I guess I'm just gonna have to whip out the grenade launcher. Your ears in that country disagree. I know a crawler mold is gonna show up. I don't know when, but he does. But I know there's traps here and I don't want to run into them. There you are. Nah, we're not dealing with that Spider-Man shit. Oh, there you are. If I shoot this from here, is it gonna hurt me? No. Okay. What do you mean by the good kind? Steroids! Ah, permanent health increase. I think this box explodes. Yeah, it explodes. I was right. If there's one thing I hate the colors, the spider molded. I hate the spider molded. Because they're way too fast for my liking. I'm sorry, I don't associate with traps. I just find trap characters to be very annoying. That's just my personal opinion, though. Hey, more Magnum ammo. Not that I need it, but I just like collecting it. We'll move this down here. Move this down here. As you can see, I did grab the grenade launcher. Because it's a grenade launcher. Why wouldn't I want to grab it? Do I have any chemical in here? Now, are we talking about traps as in females dressing up as males or males dressing up as females? Because that's cross-dressing, that's not a trap. Or are we talking about women with dicks? Because that's a trap, and I don't appreciate traps. Because Naoto's not a trap. Naoto just dressed as a guy in a society ruled by males, basically. Well, not really in a society, more like a career path at that time was male dominated. Hey, Vrain. Do I want to pull out medicine? Nah, I got the Magnum of the grenade launcher. I should be fine. And if I have to, I'll whip out the saw. Yeah, but Protag, isn't that like the main gimmick of traps? Is that they're futas? Or am I wrong in that? I apologize if my my anime knowledge is not that good. I haven't really had much of the time to really watch anime. But it does make me a little So then technically wouldn't a woman dressing as a guy be a reverse trap? Because if that's the case, then that's what Naoto would be, a reverse trap. Or is it still just a trap in general? And I apologize for getting my terminology mixed up. The internet has ruined my idea of it has pretty much ruined me. Battery. Flamethrower ammo. Okay, so she's still considered a trap, but logically she would be a reverse trap. Okay. Well, it doesn't help that whenever I look at Facebook and people are talking about traps, it's always some kind of meme or something, and it ruins me.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Why'd I do that?
keep it clean, gentlemen. We have rules.
Fuck you too.
Makes you a man, Ethan. That's got us long.
Oh, I forgot he explodes. Vrain, Vrain, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but you're gonna be very happy because I decided that my next Dark Souls 3 run through is gonna be my my Miracle run through, and I'm gonna do a Solaire run through. Oh, why'd I do that? I had strong chemical. Oh well. $14.08, you're next. Honestly, a decent way of thinking. Because that's what I do in Persona all the time. Like, I don't, like, my character in Persona doesn't ever date anyone just because of, whether they're male or female. I date them because if I like their my character dates them because of their personality, and if I like their personality, my character's gonna date them. Personally, that's part of the reason why I like the Persona 5 cast so much. Because they're all likable. They're all likable in their own ways.
Buddy, this is a test of skills, so no cheating. That shit you're carrying, get rid of it. That shit you're carrying, get rid of it.
What am I still carrying? Oh, I forgot this part makes you get rid of everything in your inventory.
we play a little game? All you gotta do is light the candle and put it on the cake.
Kiss my ass.
Ethan, language. There are children in the building. Somewhere. I think. I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, I remember going through this part as the cameraman. Oh, that... I feel so bad for him. I know one thing I definitely remember about this part is that you don't want to, you don't want to remove the, you don't want to remove the one thing, because if you do, it basically causes you to be done with this part and then you die, so... Alright, so... Okay. Oh, I know what this is. This is Loser. I don't remember if I got that achievement or not. But yeah, this area can be really easy if you know what you're doing. Though the one thing I'm not sure of is if the did I get all the balloons? Let me walk around and see if I didn't miss any balloons. Because see, if you pull out the valve attached to that barrel, you basically die. You gotta rip this panel out. Grab the time bomb. I think it's the birthday tape.
God damn it!
How did he get out of here so quickly? Alright, well, we got the D-Series head. Now we just need to pull out the... And there's the girls.
Mia! Mia! Boy, where are we?
We're just beyond the pier, outside that room. Hurry!
Wait a minute. Ethan.
The fuck do you want?
You? Dead? Guess that's not in the cards. Not yet.
Lucky me. Look, unless you have any more surprises up your sleeve.
Is it ever revealed what Lucas's gift is?
Telling Ethan. And I don't do spoilers.
Or is that explained in the Not a Hero DLC? So 44 Magnum, circular saw, the grenade launcher, the antique coins, the infinite ammo. I'm gonna take the extra medicine because I feel like I'm gonna get beat up a lot in the mutated Jack fight. He can transform. But he can transform, but do you get to fight him? And Not a Hero? Oh, the crank! I gotta grab the crank. Or is it just one of those things where it's like, he transforms off screen, but we don't get to actually fight him? Because I know in the Zoe DLC, you get to fight Jack again. Don't spoil it for me. I'm just happy about the fact that I get to fight him. No spoilers. Oh, so he transforms off screen, but you still fight him. I can live with that. As long as you still get to fight him. That's all I care about. Now you got to go this way. No, it's not Jack. You don't play as Jack. I actually looked it up. You don't play as Jack, you play as his brother. You play as his brother because his brother wasn't affected by Evelyn. And so his brother is going out of his way to save Zoe because they're family. But all I know is that you get to fight Jack as playing as his brother. I wish there was a sniper rifle. It makes me sad that there's no sniper rifle in this game. Yeah, that would... Yeah, because I thought it was odd that he got sudden hair growth. No, you're fighting a mutated Jack, not the one you fight in the main campaign. You're fighting a different one. I think the DLC calls him the Swamp Man. So I'm assuming that he undergoes some kind of transformation again. And it caused him to further mutate into what? I don't know. I don't know, that's just what the DLC calls him. But I guess, from what I've heard and what I've seen, apparently they make a callback to Resident Evil 2, and you get to fight like a mutated alligator.
Zoe,
Not now. We don't have the time. Do you have both ingredients?
right here. There should be enough, right?
If we make him fast enough, my father and Lucas aren't far away.
He's coming. Daddy's coming.
Good. There's enough for two.
So after we make the serum, what's next?
There's a boat outside. We'll take it through the swamp. But not if we'll get very far without the serum. Hey, one of those is mine.
I hate this fight.
Get your ass back to the house. I will kill you later.
Ouch.
This is getting old, Jack.
He's infected, isn't he? Because if he is infected, that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, is he? Did I get him? I guess I got him. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, I'm gonna die if I don't heal. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember. Because I know that to trigger the true ending, you have to give the serum to Mia. Because that triggers the true ending.
I've seen everything.
Ethan, this way. Serum on him.
You want me to cure him?
So now my question is that in the Zoe DLC.
Mia's waiting for us.
So in the Zoe DLC. How did Jack become the Swamp Man? Did he just mutate back into a new form, or did the cure him part way? But then the virus revamped itself in his system. I guess we'll find out if we do the Zoe DLC. So.
Be one left. The hell are we gonna do now?
Zoe, as much as I respect you and you made the cure, I have to cure my wife.
It's fine. It was foolish thinking I could escape.
But Zoe,
Go! Both of you just go!
come with us. I'm sure there's someone who can help.
This is not home. Apparently I belong here.
I'll send help.
Don't bother. There won't be anyone left to help!
Oh, so you think maybe the cure, do you think maybe the cure didn't work because he was too far gone? Like because he was at in that form at the point that we injected him with it? Do you think that's the reason why? Well, actually, if you think about it, Mia's been infected, was infected just as long as Because Mia was infected just as long as the Baker family was, and the cure worked on her in her human form. And with Mia being still human. So maybe he was too far gone to the point when he transformed that the cure didn't work.
Thank you.
But I guess... But I guess that would be better explained in the Zoe DLC, so... Which I'm gonna get.
I know you've been through a lot. We need to talk. You had something to do with all this, didn't you?
You mean the Zoe
I
DLC?
know the truth.
Because there is no Mia DLC. You play as Mia in the second part of the game.
Try.
Because even if you pick Zoe, this part you still play as Mia. Because I played through the game with making both options, and picking Mia is the true ending of the game.
You're okay. What the hell was that?
Why is there?
What the fuck?
Yeah, but now my question is that why didn't Zoe become as corrupted as? Yeah, the second DLC is played as Zoe, or no? I know there's a tape where you play as Mia. And I know in the second part of the game you play as Mia, but I'm not sure if there's a Zoe deal. I know there's the Zoe DLC that came out along with Not a Hero. Daughters. I don't think I've seen that DLC. I'll have to check because I don't remember it. Oh, that's probably why I don't know it, because I didn't get any of those DLC.
Ethan?
This part in the game, this is the part of the game that pissed me off, because you go through all that time playing as Ethan and you stockpile gear and stuff, and then it's all gone as soon as you play as Mia. But what's nice about the beating the game reward stuff is that Mia can use it too. Mia gets her own version of it. I just gotta remember where the box is at. Because if I can find the box, I can get my gear, and then this part won't take that long.
What was that?
Yeah, that is pretty creepy. Like I said, for this part, I just gotta remember where the box is at. If I can find the box, I can get my gear, and I can make this area piss easy. Protagonist, I don't know, does the Not a Hero and the End of Zoe DLC, do they have blocked cutscenes still? Because if they do, I'm gonna wait until they don't before I do a streamed playthrough of it. I know what PlayStation likes to do is that when games first come out, or like when games come out, or like DLCs come out or stuff like that, they have a tendency to have them as blocked scenes because they don't want you to spoil anything just yet until the stuff has been out long enough. Persona 5 did that for a while, where you couldn't stream past a certain point because they didn't want you to spoil any of the story for people who hadn't played it yet. And they did that for a while until the game was out long enough for people to have had enough time to get it, and then they waived the blocked cutscene. So the blocked cutscene thing. Alright, then if that's the case, then I'll just, I'll go through the DLC content as well. Well, I have to download the Not a Hero DLC because it's free, and then I need to buy the Zoe DLC, so...
Settle down, little girl. Settle down.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna
Are you remembering?
I'm not sure if I'm gonna tack on the Not a Hero DLC to this or not. I might make that and the Zoe DLC one stream, because I don't know how long they are. Because if they're pretty short, I'll tack them both into a singular stream. But if they're decently long, then I might do one in one stream, one in the other.
What are you talking about?
You
Dad! Wait!
I'm tired of waiting.
Oh, none of the DLC. I know the Chris one doesn't, because of the fact that when you choose the difficulty for that DLC, it automatically gives you the gear that they want you to use for that difficulty. But I'm not sure about the Zoe one. I don't know if they do the same thing with that as they did with the Chris one. I don't know. Hey, Louie, you're alive! Okay, that. Oh, they do have a Joe Must Die move. Oh, fuck. Is he just gonna keep turning around? Is that what he's gonna do? I don't have any weapons yet. think I might just grab the, I might grab the fuse and dip. Whew! It's locked from the other side. Damn it.
Watch it.
What? Why?
You need to remember, so we can be a family.
You know, Louis, he's saying hello to you. You could at least respond. Louis, how many times has it been now that you've had to fight your way out of that? Yeah, Protag, what the hell?
Alan, you're getting worse.
She must have infected me during the attack. And I'm too far gone anyway. But it serves me right. It's my fault she got out.
Yeah, it is your fault. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you die.
She didn't attack you?
It's part of her imprinting protocol. I can't believe this is happening.
Take it. It has her tissue samples. You find her. You fix this.
Okay, Evie, where are you?
I have a knife.
She's close.
I hope you're not talking about my Dante. Evie, where are you? All I know is that I try to remember. I think if you grab some of the items, aren't they not there when you return back to playing as Mia? Oh, Protag, you're hilarious. And there's machine gun ammo I don't need.
She's vomiting. Damn, I'll have to reset.
How's it going?
She's vomiting. Far more in excess of her body mass.
Oh. We're gonna be seeing a lot more of her ugly friends if this keeps up. All right, we need to find her and fast. This is getting out of hand.
Agreed.
See, this game did the Apple Watches before Apple Watches were cool. There's more machine gun ammo. Yeah, that's just one vomit session. See, the weird thing I found about that death battle is that aren't they both technically in the same universe? Because I know there were people speculating that Bayonetta and Devil May Cry were in the same universe. Oh, I hate these guys. Oh, I love the remote bombs. Those things are fun to use. Are they doing a Devil May Cry 6? I didn't know that. Because if they're bringing back the OG Dante in Devil May Cry 6, oh, that's going to bring so many people back into the franchise. Nobody liked new Dante. Like, I know the whole point of the remake was to, like... I know the whole point of the remake was them to, like... revitalized Devil May Cry.
But I don't have.
But I don't like the new Devil May Cry. I don't like Devil May Cry 5.
You're on the bottom level, right? Check our luggage.
I just don't like how I've never played that game, but I know the idea that you're talking about. I don't like it. I don't like the new Dante because I feel like his whole he was douche. I liked older Dante because older Dante was like.
Hey, I'm not mad. Hey, what did you call me?
I don't want to live in the...
Just come back with me right now, okay?
It's like I like the old Dante because old Dante had a level of respect for people that the new one doesn't.
Did you find her?
Yes, but she ran off. She's making more friends, Alan. Those things are everywhere.
I told you so.
Are you okay?
You just worry about getting Evelyn back.
That's enough. But that's what I'm saying is that he had that cool aura, but he also thought of other people too. 'Cause just look at Devil May Cry 1. Even though he knew Trish was against him, he's... Oh my god, I love Virgil. Virgil's one of my favorite characters. Yeah. Because he made the sacrifice because he didn't want her to have to make it. I know this may be a little odd, but I want a game where you got to play as Sparta, and not where Dante transforms into Sparta. I'm talking about I want a game where you got to play as Sparta just to see what his life was like before Dante and Virgil were born. Yeah, but it's not that he wasn't wise, in my opinion. I just don't like the fact that
emergency safety lockdown system has been engaged.
I don't like young... the main reason I don't like young Dante is I feel like they tried to make him too much like a more modern character. Well, they had already established an origin with Dante. They had already established Dante's origin, and then they tried to change it. Evie's upstairs.
Helen, where the hell are you?
Because Dante already had a predetermined origin. And then they decided to release this new Dante to try to establish what his younger years were like. And I don't think it worked. God damn it. See, I'm not sure if them adding Lady wasn't a good idea. Because Dante met Lady before he met Trish. Because Devil May Cry 3 takes place before Devil May Cry 1. Because it goes 3, 1, 4, 2. In terms of the chronological order. So, I personally like Lady. I prefer her over Trish because at least she wasn't designed to look like Dante's mother. No, because it's 3, 1, 4, 2 because 4 takes place before 2. Because 2 ends it because he's in the demon realm. And he said that once you're in the demon realm, you can't leave it. And that's why Dante went instead of the girl, because he knew that if the girl went, she wouldn't come back. But Dante knew that if he went, he could come back. He could potentially come back. But it was stated that once you enter the demon realm, you can't come back. That's why 2 is technically where the series ends.
How did you get here?
Where's Evie?
She's out of control. Without the treatments, she's deteriorating.
Well, it's a good thing we're already dying.
Don't say that.
Yeah, we do. We do need to do that.
She trusts you. That little bitch, she never trusted. Okay, wait. Evie, no, Evie.
Alan,
I didn't
listen.
mean to call you that.
She's
Evie,
trying to take control. You have to fight her. Evelyn, stop! Stop right now!
No, Virgil wasn't officially in 4. If you play the literal base Devil May Cry 4. No, Virgil being in Devil May Cry 4, that was added to add more characters to play, and if you play the literal base Devil May Cry 4, like the first version of Devil May Cry 4 that came out, Virgil was never in it. they added Virgil, Lady, and Trish to the more updated versions of Devil May Cry 4 to add more ways of going through the game. So, no, Virgil was not originally in Devil May Cry 4. That's the reason why Devil May Cry 4 takes place after Devil May Cry 1. Actually, no, it goes...
Ethan.
Actually, no, it goes 3, 4,
Right.
1, 2.
I did lie to you. I shouldn't have.
No. No, that's right. Yeah, because it goes 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2.
Away. Forget that you ever knew me. Have a good life.
I just wish they would bring them back. Like, I want the original Dante back. Like maybe when he's old, maybe when he's older. Like, maybe, like, bring back the old Dante, but, like, an older Dante? Like, after he's escaped the demon realm? I think that would be a cool concept for a game. I would definitely like to see, you know, I could see Virgil, well, actually, I don't think Virgil's in the demon realm. I think he's actually dead now. Because if Devil May Cry 1 has anything to say about it, you killed Virgil to free him from Mundus's, grasp. If they find a way to bring him back, I'd be surprised. But I'd love to see Virgil come back, because Virgil is one of my favorite Devil May Cry characters. But if they can't bring him back, I could understand. Because I'm pretty sure after the events of Devil May Cry 1, I'm pretty sure you kill him. But I'm not sure. I don't think it was ever stated that he was dead.
Now do you remember?
Yes, Evelyn. I remember.
Can we be a family like before?
No, Evie.
No, well, see, that's where the novels.
Need you anymore.
That's where video game between the difference between video games and novels makes it hard to figure out what the actual storyline is, because I guess it really all determines which one came out first. Because if the Devil May Cry gaming franchise came out first, then that would mean the books aren't canon. Unless they're based around the games. But if the books came out first, then either the games are based around the books, or the games are an alternative timeline. So I guess it really all comes down to which one came out first. I know when you first enter this area, no enemies come after you.
Maybe it still works.
There's Ethan.
I hope I make it in time. Okay. Bottom level.
Stop it, Evelyn!
Ow!
Fucking hallucinations. Where is she?
No weapon box. But we got a lug wrench. Where is the item box? It might be in the guest room. I think that's where it's at. So you think it, so it went novel, game, and then the anime. Huh. Which means that the game universe Dante would be different from the novel Dante, which is different from the anime Dante. Oh shit. Yes, we found it. We need to save at least one of those. Where did he go? Cool, now we've made a shortcut. Actually, no, because we need to get all the items for the elevator to work, so... Got chem fluid. We need an herb. No, fuck it, I'm not wasting a corrosive on that. So, hey, we got a knife. I have my saw, but that's okay. See, that's where I would think the novels lead up to a certain storyline, and then the games take over. it's the NPM handgun. Too bad we got the Albert, so we don't need it. Well, there are other factors that apply to alcohol drinking that's other than who you are. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Probably because of the fact that since Virgil is skinny, his tolerance for alcohol probably isn't as high. But since Dante probably drinks it on a more regular basis, his body's probably grown a tolerance to it. Yeah, I would think so. Especially if you're a half demon. Because if you're half demon, you're still technically part human. So I would assume that if you're a half demon, you'd still be affected by alcohol. Just not in the traditional sense. Well, it depends. Was that person, was that normal person? Was he an alcoholic? Because that could explain things too. Then I don't know. Then if that's the case, then I don't know what to say to that. Other than Virgil's just a lightweight. Herb. Alright. Just make sure I wasn't muted. Alright, we need to get to the 3rd floor. Because that's where the last item we need for the elevator is. Oh, chem fluid. We always need that. We're actually getting pretty close to the end game. Because once we get through the Mia part, we'll be at the mines, and then the mines is the last part of the game. Screw these guys, man. I'm double stacking. It looks broken. What do you think? Does it look broken? I'm pretty sure it's broken. More chem fluid. Because I know you need to use a corrosive here. I know you need at least 2 corrosives. You need one for this area, and then you need one for the door that's, I think you need one for the door that's, blocking you from getting to Ethan. We want some of that strong chem fluid. Ouch! Yeah, I'm not playing those games. Because we need the power cable to get the elevator working. Nice. I got back one of my time bombs. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. We got the power cable. Let's go save Ethan. You know what? It's weird. I know I'm sprinting, but I don't feel like I'm sprinting. I'm surprised this elevator even still works. I'm honestly surprised that we're even using it.
He's waiting.
I just don't like the fact that this gun only has 3 shots, apparently. I don't need ammo, I need herbs. Yeah, I think you need to get rid of some too. Look at all these time bombs that are here. Like, all these remote bombs. That's insane. That's unfortunate. Because I know in the if you chose to save Zoe, you actually end up fighting Mia here.
Ethan.
I think you never actually see the top portion.
Ethan?
No, I don't think you fight her if you choose to save Mia.
Ethan?
Because I think the reason you fight her if you chose to save Zoe, is because she was overcome with the infection.
What do you mean?
I'm no killer, son. Neither is Marguerite, nor my boy Lucas, or even Zoe here. That girl Evelyn, she did this.
What the hell is she? No, what did she do to you?
She infected us with her gift. That's what she calls it.
No, I think technically Ethan can see this.
Yeah, busted out tank in the bayou.
Because I feel like all the infected are connected through Evelyn.
Infects you and then she takes control?
No. Not exactly so.
So because he's technically, I feel like he's technically in the membral network. I think this is why he can see this.
Your mind, your soul. You can't fight back. You are connected to her, and you can't resist the urge to. Oh, you're a different person after that.
You know, after seeing this cutscene,
So Mia sent me that message because of Evelyn.
Listen, the girl just wants a family of her own. She's the key.
No, because if you remember in the opening cinematic for the end of Zoe, she turns almost like that white chrysalis color that would happen to Jack after you stabbed him with the serum. I think that's why she's here. Because she did end up becoming too far gone.
Stay away from him.
Why? He doesn't love you. I can make him love you.
Don't hurt him.
Silly, I told you I'm not gonna hurt him.
Don't you dare.
So what? You're not my mom. Remember?
That might have been the cause.
No time.
I think you're right. I think she turned crystal because of Evelyn dying.
Take this.
What? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Saving your life.
Yeah, see, if you chose to save Mia, you don't fight her here.
Be able to resist for much longer. No. Now go kill that little bitch.
Mia! No!
Okay, you little bitch.
What the fuck are you?
It's all your fault. Yep, we're coming up on the end of the game, guys. We're coming up on the mines, which is the last major area of the game. There's Chris's team. I'm pretty sure that's Chris's team. That's why I'm saying, like, when you see that cutscene where Jack is kind of explaining what happened to them, it makes you feel really bad for the Baker family that they ended up becoming this way because of circumstance. Their literally their generosity ended up killing them. Abercrombie salt mine.
Alpha 1, this is Bravo 1. Do you read? This is Alpha 1. Report. Did you find anything? A thorough search of the Baker property revealed 0 survivors. Repeat, 0 survivors. We did find evidence of a skirmish. Evelyn? Negative. However, we did find several encrypted messages from the Baker's son Lucas to an unknown third party. You can probably guess who that was. That's just great. We've had reports in the abandoned mine south of the property. I'm gonna go have a look. Roger that. We'll meet you at those coordinates. If you encounter Evelyn, orders are shoot to kill. Repeat, shoot to kill.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with Lucas, is that because pretty much you learned that he's worked through that communication right there that I activated. You learned that he was working for someone. So to me, that doesn't make me feel as bad as for what happened to him. But I feel bad for Marguerite and Jack and Zoe, because it was pretty much out of the generosity of, well, out of the kindness of their hearts that they chose to help someone, that it ended up costing them their lives. Which sucks, but not much you can do about it, really. Are they watching us from that helicopter? ship swamp lab. Alright guys, let's go finish the game. Taking that strong chemical. I love the grenade launcher. But see, but now I feel like that the reason why he was spying on his sister is because Zoe was like... Yeah, in that situation I think he knew about Evelyn too. And that's why he kind of let it happen. He could have prevented it, but I think that's why he let it happen. Well, I always knew something was fishy when you didn't actually fight Lucas. Herb. Well, even if you're not blood related, you're still family. So I don't think it was right for what he did. But at the same time, everything is now property of the Soviet regime. I think just what really bothers me is that I kind of feel like that they never connected, like Jack and Marguerite never connected the dots. Or if they did, I don't know, but I just kind of have that feeling that they didn't connect the dots. And go, you know, we're having all these issues all of a sudden, and we just found these people. But it's weird that I just feel like they didn't connect the dots and go, wait, maybe something's up with these people, but... Herb! Yes, that's why I kind of don't feel bad for Lucas. Mainly because of the fact that he knew, he still had his faculties and knew what was going on, but yet did nothing to protect his family. That's burner fuel. Nah, I like the inventory space. I know there's magnum ammo in here. Yep, 1 bullet. Oh! He actually got me good. This game is definitely scarier when you're playing on it with headphones. Excuse you? You just took 4 Magnum bullets. Please stay dead. I have been thoroughly spooked. I have been spooked. Oh, I almost walked into that. That could have been bad for me. I might to attempt the Ethan must die mode, and I might attempt the Joe must die mode. I'll attempt at least both of them at least once. But if I'm gonna do, if I'm gonna do a live stream of them, I'm not sure. I might when I know the system inside and out well enough. But right now, since I've done neither of them, I'm probably not gonna live stream it. I don't like to live stream things unless I know ahead of time what I'm getting into. Steroids, more health. But see, I like those kinds of fights. Fisticuffs? Let's go, my guy. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal, and she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one, too. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kind of fucked up. That bitch Mia is still somewhere in between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the street to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. By the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin is getting all wrinkly and she's getting gray hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. That's a hint to, I love how this game just throws out hints at what's to come in the future. Yeah, it's funny because you did call it and I didn't know it, so. E Necrotoxin destroys cells of any subject based on the E-Series bioweapon model, used only for disposal of E-Series assets. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of an E-Series cells into the necrotoxin container. The E Necrotoxin. HCF. Uh... Let's see. Like I said, I like Dark Souls lore. I like... Put those away. What else do I like? Actually, we'll put this here. Put this here. Let's see. I like Dark Souls lore. I like Resident Evil lore. I like pretty much what you just named. There's a bobblehead there. I know how to solve this problem. You just had to go there, didn't you? There's more Magnum ammo. You just had to go for the dog ending, didn't you? So let's see. Let's check. Let's count up all the Magnum ammo we found throughout the game. We found 9 rounds of Magnum ammo. I really like Silent Hill, but some of the endings just... I know they're there just for a little bit of a light goofiness. But they just... Some of them just don't make any sense. This is Magnum ammo, I think. Yeah, there's more Magnum ammo here. 2 more rounds. I found 11 rounds. What's over here? Is this more Magnum ammo? I don't think joke endings should be that you have to beat the game in order to be able to get them. I think that's kind of stupid. How? I swear the hitbox on these guys' heads don't make any sense. Because I swear I'm hitting them in the head and they're not dying. They're not insta-dying. Yeah, I love Pyramid Head. He's easily one of my favorite characters. I just wish that he was more of like a enemy rather than one of those, like, they're just using him for the symbolism. Because I think the only time you actually fight isn't the only time you actually fight Pyramid Head is in Silent Hill 2? Motherfucker. Okay. Oh, what? And this is why I hate those jumpy ones. They're too nimble for this for the aiming system in this game. And I gotta run through all this again. I tried to heal and he just kept smacking me. Okay. Yeah, because I know in 2 they were used as like his punishment for killing his wife. I know in Madhouse mode, this ladder is covered in traps. Why do they always give you the map for the mines after you've already gone through it? Like, I'll never understand that.
I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone!
It ends where it all started. Do I have any of the DLC on me right now? No. I haven't downloaded Not a Hero yet, and I haven't bought the Zoe DLC yet. And I haven't bought any of the other DLC, so I only have what I have.
This is your fault.
Why am I saying
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
Doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Help! Ethan, help me.
Oh, I guess I'm not supposed to run up here just yet.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
You were always watching me. Why?
Stay away! No, you don't! No, stop!
I feel like Evelyn is so misunderstood because she just wanted a family.
No!
And
No!
I feel like programming a bioorganic weapon with the ideology of wanting a family, I don't think bodes well. Ow! Oh, I forgot that's scripted. She's supposed to do that. That's gonna hurt. This is the real Albert. Oh, Protag, you're hilarious. I mean, I kind of feel bad for Evelyn, but at the same time, I'm glad she's dead. You know? But like, if you're gonna create a bioorganic weapon, why give it emotions? When I first saw this scene, it blew my mind.
I'm Redfield. Glad we found you.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Be the weapon, yeah. When all else fails, just become the weapon. Mia's alive, yay.
You made it. I'm glad.
Now all I really know about the Chris DLC is that the Chris DLC takes place immediately after this cutscene.
They say that when one door closes, another opens. Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Mia and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess. I had just come to terms with losing Mia. And now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us.
Now what I'm curious...
This is where the next door opens.
Now what I'm curious about is... I don't remember this. Oh, never mind. I do. But now what I'm going to be curious about is if they decide to make a Resident Evil 8, which I'm pretty sure they're going to do, but I hope the Resident Evil 2 remake comes out first. My question is that, what was I going to ask? Is it ever explained what happens to Ethan and Mia after this? Like, do they just go back to living a normal life? Oh, my actual question was, what happens to the BSAA? Like, why did they decide to revitalize Umbrella? I would assume that's probably explained in Chris's campaign. But as for the base game itself, my question still stands. So the government basically told them, clean up your mess and we'll revitalize you. Is that the gist I'm getting? Because I feel like that's what it is. That's the only reason why Chris is a part of it. Umbrella basically changed sides. Well, I mean, whatever works. I mean, Chris's life was permanently changed because of Umbrella. Why would he want to work for them? Or is it maybe along the lines that he's in charge of making sure that they stay well behaved? So basically what you're saying is that Umbrella saw what all these other companies were doing, realized that what they were doing before was terrible and it should not be done. They swapped sides and are trying to help the world eradicate BOWs. Is that the gist I'm getting? So, but my question is, my other question is that why is the BSAA never mentioned in this game? Oh, just because they're... No, that's just because they're greedy motherfuckers. Okay. But, yeah, but my question still stands. Why is the BSAA never mentioned in this game? I'm pretty sure that... Nah. But yeah, I just find it odd that the... I know, because I know I keep repeating it, and I apologize for that, but what I'm just curious about is why is the BSAA not doing this? I thought that's their job. And why is only Chris brought back? Where's Jill? Where's Barry? Where's Rebecca? Where's Leon? I guess that makes sense, Pertag. Like I kind of would have loved to have seen what a more realistic Jill would have looked like. Because I think if I remember correctly, the art director had mentioned that, or someone working with the art director had mentioned that instead of going with like the traditional. Oh, so you think he's possibly hunting down Ada? You know, this may seem like an odd question, But I'm kind of curious as to what happened to Ashley from Resident Evil 4. Huh. Because, yeah, that's probably what happened to her. What I'm curious about is, we finally figured out what happened to Barry after all these years. I want to know what happened to Rebecca. Like in terms of like the game storyline, I want to know what happened to Rebecca. Because as far as we know, she's either alive or dead. We know nothing about her other than after the events of Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil 1. Because we never see her in Resident Evil 2, we never see her in Resident Evil 3. We never see her again outside of 1 and 0. I just want to know what happened to Rebecca. Rebecca's the one character that's unaccounted for. She is the one character out of the entire franchise that literally after Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0 just fell off the face of the planet. I mean, they brought her back in the one movie, but as far as I know, the movies aren't canon. Wait, are you talking about Code Veronica, or are you talking about Veronica as in the person? Because if you're talking about Code Veronica, that wasn't Rebecca, that was Claire. And if you're talking about you're talking about Code Veronica. Well, Claire was the female character of that game, but Rebecca was never mentioned. Like I said, after Resident Evils 1 and 2, like Resident Evils 1 and Resident Evil 0, Rebecca just fell off the face of the planet. Nobody knows what happened to her, and it's never explained. That's literally the one consistent loophole, or the one consistent gap in the storyline that's never been filled out. What happened to Rebecca? I hope if they make another Resident Evil Revelations, or if they make a new Resident Evil game, I want it to have Rebecca in it somewhere, just so it can be explained what happened to her. Like, I would love to see a Revelations game based around what happened to Rebecca after the events of Raccoon City. Or if they make a new mainstream Resident Evil game. Like I said, I want to see what. Like I said, if they make a new Revelations game, like a Resident Evil Revelations 3, I want it to be based around Rebecca. And if they do a new Resident Evil game, like a Resident Evil 8, I want Rebecca to be mentioned somewhere in it. So we would know what happened to her. Now, was the New York outbreak, was that Survivor or Outbreak? Resident Evil Outbreak or Resident Evil Survivor? Or was that just the outbreak mentioned in the storyline at some point? Oh, I missed the Mr. Everywheres. I missed 3 of them. Wow, we beat this in less than 5 hours. That's actually not bad. I think I beat my previous record. I think my previous record was like 4 hours and I think 56 minutes or something like that. Yeah, that's why I was asking if it was Resident Evil Outbreak or Resident Evil Survivor. Alright, well, with that, we have officially beaten Resident Evil 7. So, with that, the Break Stream 1 is now over. I will stream the DLC content at some point. I'm not sure when. But I will stream the DLC content at some point. Like I said, I'm not sure when, but I will. And, with that, Resident Evil 7 is now over. We have beaten the game. Beat it in less than 5 hours. Well, we technically beat it in 2 streams, but we were having all the technical issues with the first one. So like at some point I may do like a rerun through of Resident Evil 7, hopefully without the technical issues. I may do it on Madhouse difficulty just to up the difficulty a little bit. But like I said, we beat Resident Evil 7. And now next time you see me streaming, we're going back to the world of Dark Souls. Dark Souls 3 to be specific. We're going back to the world of Dark Souls 3 to do run through 2 of my 5 character run through. Which character 2 will be my Miracle Caster, which will be my Solaire character, which will be my Solaire run through character. So we're gonna get everything related to related to Solaire. I'm gonna look up specifically what he has, so I can make it as accurate as possible. But that's gonna be our Solaire run through. And then after we go through our second run through of Dark Souls 3, we're gonna go back into the Resident Evil universe with Resident Evil 4. But we're going to do a little something special for Resident Evil 4. It's not just going to be a normal run through. We're going to be doing a handgun knife only run through. The only stipulation I'm adding to that run through is that when we find the rocket launcher, like during the game, not buying it, but during the game, I'm going to allow myself to use it on one boss. But other than that, it's handgun and knife the entire time. With the use of occasional grenades. But I think as far as I know, that's okay, so. But I'll have to check on the rules specifically on what I can and can't do. But the next 2 major streams are going to be the next one when you see me again, which I'll be streaming tomorrow on Saturday or Sunday or Friday, depending upon where you live. But see, that sucks because the Sunlight Spear I can't get until I beat the Soul of Cinder. That's probably going to be the one thing. That's probably going to be the last item on his build I'm not going to be able to get. At least until I beat his gate, until I beat his run through. Is the Sunlight Spear, which I won't get until I beat the Soul of Cinder. Which means I would have to rock out with the lightning spear until I get the Sunlight Spear, which won't be until I beat the game. Yeah, like I said, I can at least get like the lightning spear and stuff like that. I just won't be able to get the last piece of it, which is a Sunlight Spear, until after I've beaten the game with him. So, but yeah, I can get everything else. It's just that's the only miracle I'm not going to be able to get until I beat the game. But so like I said, you now know what the next stream is going to entail. Like I said, I am going to be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming for the next 3 days, which would be, for me, it would be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. For you guys, whatever day that those fall on, I will be streaming I will try to stream at the same time all 3 days, which would be around 6 o'clock in the afternoon. 6 p.m. Yeah, it sucks because I won't be able to get the Covenant Miracle either. Yeah, you're right. Because I think it costs, what, 30? You have to give it 30 of the items in order to actually get it? Whatever, I'll look it up later. But, with that, I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I will see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye!